Let's talk about COVID-19, temperature, and humidity. There's been some confusion on, is the COVID-19 going to get better in the summer, or is it going to stay the same? And I'm going to give you some relatively good news on that. Actually, 4 studies. I'm going to put the link down below. The first study showed that high temperature and high humidity significantly, let me underline this one, reduces the transmission of COVID-19. For every increase in 1 degree Celsius temperature, an increase in 1% humidity, there's a decrease by R, which basically is the infection rate of the virus, by 0.0383 and 0.0224. So this is very, very consistent with the flu. This is why the flu and other viruses, specifically 3 viruses, COVID-19, other coronaviruses, respiratory syncytial viruses involving the respiratory center. In fact, all of these are seasonal. They come out in the winter and they go away when it gets warmer. Another study showed greater infections in the northern hemisphere versus the lower hemisphere. And this is a strong relationship between basically the distance from where you are to the sun and the amount of vitamin D in sunlight. And another study showed an inverse relationship between humidity and temperature and COVID-19 infections. So there's 2 things you need to know. You have the virus and you have the immune system. Certain viruses, these right here, are seasonal. They peak in the winter because they're very stable in the cold. They're not very stable when it gets warm. The next factor is your own immune system. During the winter months, people have a higher level of cortisol. And I've already talked about this, but cortisol, adrenaline, weaken the immune system. It makes you more susceptible to getting viruses and other infections, for that matter, especially of the lungs. Also, during the winter months, you're going to get less vitamin D, and that is going to weaken your immune system. Vitamin D is the most important vitamin for the immune system. And then, of course, a lack of sun in general during the winter months, because there's other benefits of sun that go beyond vitamin D and temperature. All right, so how would this apply to you? What can you do about it? Well, if there's viruses that are peaking in the winter months, it's important to keep your immune system strong. You can also take vitamin D and do whatever you can to counter this increase in cortisol. But also make sure that you're sleeping good, go for long walks, and that way you can be bulletproofed against this virus. So the good news is this virus is going to become less and less of a problem as we go right into the summer months. Thanks for watching.